Welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom and this is Jigsy 84 driving the Czech Tier 8 medium tank. Real Marmite tank this. This is the TVP VTU. It's one of those things that you ask people who'd ground through it and generally people hated it, or say they hated it. Now I actually rather like that, and so did Jigsy. Well, so does Jigsy, because he's obviously still playing it. And I kind of get that, because I really quite enjoyed this tank too. It's pretty darn big, but it has got a very, very good gun. Now, there's a big debate about which gun to use on this tank. The 88mm, which is the second gun, or the top gun, which is, I forget now, 120, I don't know, not 120, it's 100 and something. Anyway, doesn't matter. And a lot of debate about it. Now, I always preferred the 88mm. I think it was more accurate, although, well, it was accurate, it hit. It has better pen, just not as much alpha as the top gun, and I prefer guns that have more pen. For me, that's kind of important, as long as they don't really suck at the suck at the damage. And Jigsy agrees, because he uses the 88 on his TVP, and that poor T49 has got himself into a right old stupid position, and look at that, it gets eaten. Oh, meant to say we're on Fisherman's Bay. It's a tier 10 game. Of course it is. He's in a tier 8 medium, so of course it's going to be a tier 10 game, because that is the rules. Fisherman Bay is one of those maps they've really fiddled around with. Nice shot on the T32. Hang on, let's just take this T44. Nice shot. Pull back because we're bound to be spotted, and sure enough, yes, we were. Yeah, Fisherman Bay, they've mucked around with this map quite a lot. This whole 1-2 line has been flattened, and the middle has also been flattened. Much less gun depression needed on these maps. Now, cynical, in fact I think somebody did suggest this to me, is that cynical amongst us might suggest that somehow the massed Russian player base had something to do with the fact that wargaming have flattened so many of the maps that we're playing in 1.0, because the Russians and Chinese tanks do not have any gun depression. So, coincidence? I think not. Any road up. So Fisherman's Bay has been mucked around, and it's one of those things. It's a map now that, well, it always did, but particularly now, really needs a good scout. And I played the other night on this map, and I had an even 90. We only had one scout on each side of each team, and our scout decided to sit back at D1, and there's a bush somewhere back there, and try and spot the enemy from there. And needless to say, those of us, and it was me, who went into the middle area in my French heavy tank, basically got killed because I couldn't see anything when I was being shot at, and there's a lot less cover up there than there used to be, and the light tank is even more important than it once was on this map. So anyway, Jigsy has moved forward again, put a nice shot into that Centurion 7-1, who actually donked his shot, and it was, there we go, donked it again. Good watching of the opportunity there from Jigsy. He saw the fact he had a chance, he got in there, took a shot that time though. Ow, that wasn't so good, but he knows he's got a few seconds before he'll beat the reload anyway, put it that way. Centurion, is he going to follow us? Team's not doing brilliantly, it's 5-7. Oh dear, there's a love coming as well. We do not want to get a bit of love. However, Jigsy has got a number of TDs sitting behind him, including a ship barn. And there's one thing that really flusters most teams, it's Death Stars and ship barns. Love this work he's doing here. See that lurve? He's just firing at the inside track wheel there. Perfect. Doing damage and tracking the lurve. The lurve has obviously used his repair kit, and that is that. Really nice play. He took a hit himself, which was a bit unfortunate, but wow, look at that. So 2,500 damage done. We're only 5 minutes into the game. He's the bottom tier tank, remember? It's a tier 10 game, and and he's a tier 8 medium tank. So as I mentioned, the TVP, hang on, let's just kill this Centurion, shall we? He's looking at us, so we've got to be really, really careful. However, P28 prototype says, screw that, I'm going in. Anyway, yes, Marmite tank, TVP. It does seem like people either love it or hate it, and I think part of that is the fact that the next tank along, Skoda T50, is such an awesome tank that, and the one after that, the tier 10, is an awesome tank. Not that I've played that on anything other than the test server, but there's such good tanks at 9 and 10 after this one that it does feel like this is a weak link, but it's not really. Hits that T30 up the jack seat and sets him on fire, but unfortunately can't save the prototype, who was just moving along. Oof, ow. Took a big hit from that T30, but he's not given up, he's going straight in. Look at that, really nice. Can he spin around before the T30 reloads? Has an incredibly low, oh my goodness, 50, what's that, 50 hit points he left him on. Mind you, you can still circle him, and he takes him down. So good job, really nicely played. So he's done 3 kills, 3,600, oh my word, 3,600 damage, just got Lorraine shat on from a great height, and he's now down to 7 hit points. However, the game's turned around, it's 10 to 9 now. God, it's getting late. Now, he is the only one of his team who's on the southern half of the map, and he's on 7 hit points. And I like what he's doing here. He's not pushing for glory, going to kill the RT or anything like that. He's trying to help the guys in the middle. He's got to be wary because he could very easily be spotted. And he's in the open, and he's got no hit points. Oh, and he's got no armour. Prototype gets taken down. There's that E5. Can you get a shot on him? I don't think he can. I think he's given up on that thing, or he's going to try and come round with a different angle, I think. Where's all the enemy tanks? There's a Foch up there somewhere as well. Still trying to get the shots on that E5, but no joy so far. Takes a punt at him, but no, never going to pen him from there. Never don't think he even saw him, to be absolutely honest. Oh, hello, Foch. I can see he's reloaded with HE. Is that going to be enough against that heavily armoured tank? Tracked him. But he's repaired his tracks. HE shell bounces off the frontal armour. 25 hit points that Foch was on, and he couldn't do any damage with the HE shell from this 88. Now that's where having the more powerful gun would have made a difference, but it is what it is, and he cleaned him up. So that is it. They've actually carried the game. It's done a beautiful game. 3,658 damage we know of. And 3 kills. He's got the only arty left to get, but I don't think he's going to get a shout at it. Artillery sometimes head down to the sort of J0 at this point in the game. Those that don't drown themselves go down there and they hide behind that bridge to the right there, and then try and dirt whoever comes face to face with them. But I don't think this Lorraine is going to do that. In fact, I know he isn't, because I've seen the map, I've seen the game. Let's just speed it up a minute. Back into the city. And there he is. He's up ahead. Don't think we're going to get anywhere near. No, we're not. But a really good game by Jinxie. Very, very nice indeed. Well played. So obviously that was an ace tanker there. He also got Hand of God, Bruiser, Duelist, and Fire for Effect. Finished up. Top of his team by some distance, 3,658 damage, 3 kills, 1,355 base XP. He fired 22 shots, hit with 20 and penned with 16. Particularly liked those tracking shots on the Lurf, really, really impressive play. He took 4 hits himself, 3 of which penned because this TVP is not blessed with armour, and 800 assistance damage. Nearly 55,000 credits, but he did use up quite a lot of consumables and ammunition, so only made a profit of 9,000 at the end of that one. and 2033 XP for his crew. So there you go, the TVP VTU Koncept, the Marmite tank. Definitely a Marmite tank. Some people love it, some people hate it. Personally, I loved it, and Jigsy did too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. And in the meantime, enjoy your games, have fun, try not to take it too seriously, and I'll see you again soon. This is Gamer Dom, signing out.